Welcome to the Tuesday Podcast, where every episode is a journey into intriguing stories and thought-provoking discussions, with a dash of Tuesday wisdom thrown in. I'm your host, Nino, and I'm here with
Tomas
and
Katya.
and I hope you enjoy. Welcome to the Tuesday Podcast. My name is Nino.
I'm Tomas.
Katya.
Today's topic is adventure. And Katya, would you like to start?
Yes, adventure to me is like going out in nature, maybe places you're not supposed to be at, having fun, taking pictures maybe. Yeah.
Tomas, what does adventure mean to you?
Just trying something new, exploring.
That's good. That's good. In my personal experience, I feel like adventure does, encapsulate finding something new, or seeing things that maybe you don't believe in. Maybe you think are something you thought you would never see, like going to see a waterfall. I never thought I'd see one of those. I live in Detroit. And I think adventure is a key part of life, especially when you're younger, because the world is full of mystery and wonder of what's out there. And I feel like we can see the different places we've been to and talk about should you see there, should you go, what are your favorite things about it. So Katya, what are some places you've been to in your life?
I've been to I go to abandoned places basically. I like going there, around Detroit. Mm-hmm. Go there at night usually, see things. Mm-hmm. And then at Belial, they have this one part that's cut off, you're not supposed to go there. But I seen turtles there, seen the fish, it's nice. There's little bridge.
Little bridge, okay. Mm-hmm. Tomas, where are some places you've been to?
Well, basically the same, just abandoned places. I live in southwest Detroit, so everything over there is destroyed or burnt down, so it's a lot to explore.
Mm-hmm.
Just basically just houses, churches. I went to a church once, and then the day after it got demolished. So,
wow.
Yeah.
What timing?
Yeah. So I got that opportunity.
That's interesting to talk about, because I've never been to many abandoned places. I've always been kind of just busy in my life, which sucks to say when I'm so young, I guess. But certain places, I'll go there, I'll go see what's going on, just mess around, enjoy, I don't know, breaking stuff. And because I always see people saying abandoned places are the most fun, because they're not going to do anything about it. It's already abandoned. And I'm like, man, is that safe? In just my experience of maybe you shouldn't go to that abandoned mental hospital from the 1940s or something. I think it's definitely fun, because I'm not really a superstitious person, at least in my own opinion and my experience. So, if there's any ghosts
maybe you should. You should get some friends. That's what I always do. Get some friends. Mm-hmm. It's nighttime, Their mom doesn't know. You gotta leave the phone at home, because they're looking at their location. And then it's hard to get in the abandoned buildings too. You gotta break things to get in. But it's always fun.
Some places got security too.
Yeah. I remember one time we heard somebody on the other floor, and we're like, oh my God. And then we ran, because we're we're not trying to get caught.
Yeah.
I know one of the big spots was the Phoenix Academy, but now they're doing work on that school now.
I've never been there. I've been to the ones right here. It's down more, and they knocked them down though. So I got to be in there. My name's probably in there a couple times.
Yeah, that was one of the spots that I heard about, and the Phoenix Academy, the one you said, which is gone now, and that elementary school. It's red. I forgot what it's called, but it's been abandoned for as long as I've known. But those are some of the few places, at least around here, that I've heard about, that people go to.
Yeah, I've also been to the hospital over here.
Oh yeah.
Some of the pictures, I'm not gonna lie, I took for the news. I went on the roof. We went on the roof and took them. Yeah.
Wow.
How was that?
It's nice. I mean, it's scary in there because like there's holes in the floor. Like you can fall through. Like you're done. If you don't have a flashlight, one wrong move, there's big squares. Like you can fit in there. You're going through. But it's fun. I like it.
Is that
Creepy. There's like still tools left from like the hospital itself.
Oh wow. That's dangerous. Tomas, like how do you feel like going to these abandoned places kind of, makes you feel about your life and, having fun?
Well, it's fun and it's a great look into the past, seeing how things were operated back then. Looking at all the old equipment that they had. It's a story in itself.
I definitely think that's
And, it leaves you with the question of how that building ended up like that.
yeah, that's also another question I like to think about. And like you said, you went to the abandoned hospital. Like, what if you went to a hospital from like the 1930s? I'm like, man, how are these approved to use on humans? To look in how messed up old medical history is, in reality, which I think is its own conversation in itself. But I do think it's good to learn. Going to these buildings do help with history, like you said, Tomas. But
Okay, Tomas, what type of adventures do you think you'll experience in the Army?
The Army, adventure-wise, I think really just exploring the world. I mean, got stations basically anywhere you could name. So I'll definitely be seeing a lot, especially like firsthand experiencing the human nature, how things are operated, especially in third world countries, how different things are over there. I mean, it's a lot to see.
I definitely think that's one of something that not a lot of people get to experience, whether it be their own choice or not. Explaining that like feeling of the Army and being like going to different places in the world to be stationed, and with that, like, is there any specific place you would like to be stationed? Any place you're interested in going?
Definitely the popular ones, Japan, France, Italy, places like that. But I do want to see like the bare bones of humanity. So I want to see everything.
Everything. That's good. That's impressive. And like, I definitely think that like there's so many options because I know some people don't get to choose. But
depending on where you choose.
Depending on like where you are.
Yeah.
But I do understand why some people are like, oh, I want this specific station in Japan or France or Italy, like he said, since those are big tourist spots, and well, I'm gonna pay for a plane ticket. They pay for it for you, so I guess free trip. As free as it could be. But I think that there's another good topic of like travel.
Is there any places like out of state that you guys been in?
Yeah. Actually, I've been out of state a few times in my life. Mostly here and Florida, but I've been to the states in between due to road tripping and things, and seeing like, man, this place is different, or this place is not that different. And I feel like seeing different architecture in just America itself is interesting to think about, because America is huge. It's that's something people don't really think about, of how big America actually is, and just how you could go a few hours down into Ohio and Georgia and Tennessee and just see these places are completely different. These people like have these normals that we don't know about, and I definitely think that's something that I'm interested in. Like, it's interesting, and it's like, oh, that's normal to see for them, but well, it seems a little weird for me. But how do you feel about that in the different states?
Like from where I've been, like a road trip wise, a lot of places are like dull. I would say no color, no nothing. There's little going on. I personally hate the roads in other states.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna be
It's
starting
horrible.
in Ohio too. It's just all
It's
fields.
horrible. And then so many like hills and stuff. I don't like it. And then there's a lot of country. It's nice. More animals like out in the open that you wouldn't expect. Here's mostly like so used to like the city life kind of.
That's definitely something as well to like see, like, man, what's it like for these farmers or these cattle raisers and stuff. But Tomas, how do you feel about that? Have you been out of state many times?
Like, yeah, a few times. I've been to Ohio, Kentucky, and Mexico.
Mexico, that's probably like one of the most common answers, like around here especially. I do hope I get to go when I'm in this current time of me being older, because I've only gone one time and I was a baby. So I didn't really get to remember it.
I went for Christmas and New Year's. Yeah, they celebrate things differently over there. That's for sure. They're very, I guess, eccentric. They had like a huge fireworks show, and then they did their little tradition where a person wears like a bull kind of costume with fireworks on the outside.
Oh wow!
And they do like a little performance, and they kind of like run up at you, but not fully, It's the whole thing. And then they had because like a lot of people over there are like really heavy on religion. They had like a cross with fireworks, and like it went down while lit. So
Wow,
cool ass performance.
that seems awesome.
And
Actually,
they brought over some. They set up like a little area, like a plaza, I guess, and they had roller coaster rides and a bunch of little shops from people.
that sounds awesome.
Yeah,
I need to go.
Now that's on my bucket list. Dang it.
I need to go.
it's very nice.
I that's definitely something I have the ability to do. Like, of course, not immediately, but because of my parents and my family, being a Mexican myself, I kind of have that line of connection of like, yeah, I could go there and have people that I've never met before in my family.
Is there adrenaline rush adventures? Roller coaster maybe?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Airplane?
I do think that's a good question, because there's different like levels, I think, to it, because you got, like you said, airplane, which is like a medium kind of adrenaline, like, oh man, I'm 20,000 feet in the air. How is this humanly possible?
Yeah.
And then you got roller coasters. I hate them.
What?
I
like them. If they go upside down though, I will not get on it. But I do like it, especially water rides too.
Oh,
I love it.
The water ones are good.
Yeah, I love it.
Speaking of roller coasters, are there any specific ones you have that are favorites? No?
I don't know the names.
You don't know the names?
No.
Tomas, do you know any of the names?
No, not really. Not really like them either, but
Yeah, that's...
I get on them if others do.
No, I
That's
think
kinda-
I'm crazy. When I go to like carnival or something and it's like really fast, I start laughing. Like I think it's so funny.
I don't know. I feel like carnivals are definitely the one I wouldn't trust. I'm like, this place has to move.
Like I'm
Yeah.
scared, but I'm gonna laugh. Like I think it's so funny. Like till my stomach hurts.
They built this yesterday.
They built this yesterday.
Yeah, they do.
How stable can it
How stable can it be? I'm like, I don't know, man. This roller coaster isn't all metal. This is half wood, half metal.
Yeah, I don't care. I laugh on them. I'm scared, but I'm laughing.
Yeah, that's something like I don't know about that. Like I'll just stick to the knocking down some cans or something, or basketball.
No.
At a carnival, which I don't really go to
Yeah.
carnivals often, but I usually go with family, and that's something that's always fun. But talking about specific roller coasters, there is one that I went on that it made me never want to go on any roller coasters ever again.
Oh.
It was Universal Studios in Florida, the Velocicoaster. if you've never heard of it, it's based on Jurassic Park. And when I went on it, it wasn't even open yet. I got to go early.
Oh.
Shit.
And I was one of the few people who were like, oh, you can go and get a chance to go on early. And I did. I was horrified because this roller coaster is immediately fast. You're there, you sit, they're like, all right, 3, 2, 1, you're gone already. And this roller coaster also has extra protection. It has an arm bar, it has a belt, it has a thing holding your legs tight. So that already scared me when I got in. So, and it also has a point of, all right, we're gonna stop. All right, now we're gonna start again. And it goes over the water. It goes upside down over the water because it's right at the edge where the river is, or I guess, I don't know if it's a lake or a river, but it goes right over it. And they just have this really flimsy net over the water underneath the roller coaster. And it made me never want to go to another roller coaster again. I should have got one of those shirts that I survived the Velocicoaster. I felt gypped. And then, come to find out the next day, it broke down when people were upside down over the water.
Oh my God, no. No, that's why I don't like going upside down.
Yeah, so,
I hate that feeling.
It's one of those where it's like, all right, here's your loop. All right, now you're twisting, and then now you're swimming like this. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to come unconscious. And like, I went on it with my brother. My parents, they didn't want to go on there. They're like, you guys have fun. And since the single person line was shorter, we went on it on the single person line, so we didn't get put together. I got put in the last seat and he got put on the very first seat in the front. And if I mention it, he's like, that's a horror story. It's pretty much a horror story to think about it. And never again. That is something I will say. Never again. Oh, it's funny to think about. Not in the time. Not in the moment. But is there any like experiences like that you had, or like never again? I'm never going on that again.
There's some rides like they go upside down, obviously, and I'm like traumatized from when I was younger. Like I ended up hitting my head. I was like moving like this, like no seatbelt, no nothing at the carnival. Nothing to hold me down, so I'm flipping in there. They're like cages.
Oh yeah.
Those ones I hate. I hate it.
Yeah.
Because there's no seatbelt, no nothing. So you're just whatever.
You just got a bar.
Yeah, you just got a bar to hold on like this.
Oh.
But you're just flipping.
I know the one. What is it called? The zipper.
Yeah. That.
Yeah. It's just a cage, a metal cage, and
It's
you're
so
just
funny.
spinning, and the thing is spinning like this. And like even just on the outside, it looks like a death trap.
Yeah, when I was younger, they had to stop the ride because I was crying on it too much. They stopped it for me.
They stopped it for you.
Yeah, I was so lucky.
I think that's definitely something that's like horrifying. That I feel like a lot of people have a horror story about that. Like Tomas, do you have one? Or just something that like stuck in your head from one.
That I can really remember. Like I said, I don't trust them.
You don't trust them. See, Tomas, you have the same feeling as I do.
Yeah, especially ones with heights, because I got a bit of small fear of heights.
Yeah, being afraid of heights is also the worst part. Of like, yeah, this place is meant to go somewhere else in like a few hours. I don't trust this. This is just built. But I feel like that's another thing to just like think about, like how do people trust things like this so easily, and at least in my opinion. But I do feel like that is a good place to close out. This has been another installment of the Tuesday podcast. Once again, I am Nino.
Tomas.
Kati.
And I hope you enjoyed.
The Tuesday podcast, presented by Cowboy Nation News, in conjunction with the Detroit Creativity Project.
Thanks for tuning in to the Tuesday podcast from Cowboy Nation News, your source for insightful discussions. In conjunction with the Detroit Creativity Project, we encourage you to explore your creative side and make a positive impact in your community. Till next Tuesday, this is Nino, signing off.